I was born and raised in Japan, and I've seen so many talented foreigners struggle to be understood at work. I was promoted just in 24 months at my job, and I went from newbie employee to managing over 20 people. And it's not that most foreigners don't work hard, it's just that they don't understand how Japanese communication works. Today in this video, I want to show you why most foreigners fail to get their message across. Let's get started. My name is Sean, and I've helped engineers, HR professionals, and teachers go from being misunderstood to being respected and promoted without needing perfect Japanese. All right. So today here, I'm going to show you why most foreigners fail to communicate clearly, what your Japanese coworkers won't tell you, and 7 fixes that you can start using today. All right. So let's start with the big problem. Here's the truth. In Japan, being polite isn't enough. Many foreigners speak Japanese, but they still get ignored. Why? Right? Ever thought about it? Ever thought about why you're being ignored at work? Right? It's because communication in Japanese companies is indirect. It's all context based. It's not about reading. It's all about reading the room. Most people outside Japan miss the unspoken rules. And guys, right off the bat, as a person who's both worked in a Western country and in Japan, so I worked in the US for a few years and came back to Japan, right? The first thing that I can say is foreigners often explain too much, and they're kind of too direct, right? It sounds very unnatural when you're too direct in Japan because it's, like I said, it's context based. It's indirect in Japan, right? So when foreigners talk at Japanese companies, Japanese staff usually lose focus or misunderstand what they're saying. Even if the grammar is correct, people misunderstand you. Right, so I kind of want to fix that in this video. All right, so here's what you can fix. Guys, number 1, start with the conclusion. All right, in Japanese we say ketsuron first. Please start with the conclusion because Japanese people expect bottom line first. All right, don't warm up. Just get to the point. What do you call it? This small talk. In Japan, if there's a meeting or if there's a phone call, if there's something you have to talk about, just get to the point. They don't want to talk about your family. They don't want to talk about your niece that they don't know. They don't want to talk about what's going on in your life, right? This is not to say that they're not nice people. We're all nice people. Japanese people are great. Japanese people don't want to be cold, but we're just focused on their service. Like at work, they're focused on work. At home, they're focused on family, right? People separate it here. So don't warm up, just get to the point. All right, so the second thing that you can use is use set phrases, okay? Set phrases. You could say ご相談させてください or 念のため共有します. These set phrases that you can always memorize, it's not a lot, right? So these often soften your message and you kind of earn trust with it. So in English, we don't have this, but in Japanese, there are a lot of these set phrases where it's these are just vocabulary that you use at work. Right? Of course, in English, we have words that you use at work, but there are words that we always constantly need to know at Japanese companies. Right off the bat, I can tell you a lot. ご確認お願いします. 少々お待ちください. Right? Just the list just goes on and on. Right? Like I said, remember these set phrases. Yeah, so you can ask ChatGPT. You can Google it. Right? Words that you use at work. At least remember 5 to 10. And your life's going to change a lot, right? Number 3 is huge. Guys, please shorten your sentences. Long explanations equals confusion, right? So it kind of confuses the whole room. Keep it simple and structured. I worked with a lot of Western people and also with Southeast Asian people at work. When I need to bring them in the office and talk to a Japanese person, they often talk about what's happening in their life. Oh, something hurts. It's still on the topic, but it's about what they think, right? Japanese people don't want to hear what you think. They want to hear what happened, okay? And also silence is a big thing. When you keep talking, the other person thinks he or she's disrespected, right? Not respected. So if you say something, if you say 1 or 2 sentences, let the other person speak, right? This is a huge thing in Japan. Shorten your sentences always. Right, number 4 is matching the hierarchy. So knowing your position. Speak more polite. So when you walk into a room, speak more politely to people who are above you, more casually with teammates, right? Respecting levels, which position you are matters a lot in Japan. So for instance, you might get a pass if they already know you, But let's just say that you're going to work, and this video is about people who struggle to be understood at work. So you probably, like, chances are you know these people and they know you, right? So in your case, if it's your boss, stop talking casually, okay? Use formal words. He or she's going to appreciate it. On the other hand, if you're talking to people at the same level, don't be too polite. It might be the case that where you're talking too politely to your coworkers, to people who are at the same level, and they're kind of feeling this the gap between you, kind of like a distance between you, right? This is why they could be distant. So this level thing that you got to look at, very important. Respecting levels matters a lot in Japan. All right. Number 4, what you can do is check your nonverbals, guys. Instead of just like talking a lot, do you have a calm tone? Are you talking in a calm manner? Are you pausing right after you ask a question to your boss? These are all important, guys. It's not about being the smartest guy or the loudest guy in the room. It's about being the most polite and trusted guy if you want to get that promotion, right? So, like I said, pausing, nodding, hi, right? Nodding. These all matter because let's just say that you're talking to your boss, right? In Japan, no one wants to get a phone call being like, really, really loud, right? They want you to talk in a calm manner. Let's solve this calmly. Let's not panic. What happened? Explain yourself and just be quiet. Just shut up after you talk. All right, guys. Sorry to say that, but a lot of people do this. So once you ask a question, once you present the problem, are you letting your boss talk? Do you pause and let he or she talk? That matters a lot. If you're accidentally doing this may be the very reason that they're keeping their distance from you. All right, number 6. It's kind of related, but use silence as a strategy, right? Being silent in Japan is not awkward, okay? In many Western countries, it's very awkward, but in Japan, it's not. It shows respect, and don't rush to fill it, okay? Like I said, if you present your boss or, like a coworker with a problem, if you ask something, pause right there and let them talk. Let them kind of like, digest it, right? Let them inhale it first, okay? Instead of talking, if you let the person have their own time to think and respond, if you just pause right there, it makes a huge difference, right? You can gain their respect, and you're not going to be an annoying coworker anymore. All right, so here's number 7, the last one that you can do that I personally always do. After talking to someone, follow up in writing, right? So like after a conversation, send a simple recap in like chat or like, email or text, right? It helps clarify the problem. And most importantly, it just builds trust. Japanese people reward, I don't know if reward's the correct word, but they think that following up and writing, we say tekisto ni nokosu, kind of leave it in written format. People respect this, man. It's like just hanging up the phone and saying goodbye versus, hey, thanks for the phone call. I just wanted to write down so that we don't forget. Texting them like that makes a huge difference. So like if you're just hanging up the phone and not talking to that person, this will help. I mean, text them after you talk to them, and this might, I talked about 7 things that you could do, but if you do, even if like one of these, it'll make a huge difference. All right. So, and on the other hand, if you're not doing any of these, like I said, it could be the very reason that they're keeping their distance from you. So I hope that this makes sense, guys. Just start with one of these. You don't need to do everything because I know you're not Japanese, but just like do one of them. If you're already working in Japan but still feel misunderstood, it's not your fault, guys, but it's your responsibility to adapt to it. Just like I said, start using these 7 fixes, and I promise you, you'll feel more confident, respected, and finally understood. And before we finish, I quickly want to say that if you want my help applying these fixes in your life at work, I've opened up only one spot in our 10-week Japanese training program. It's designed for IT people who want to actually accelerate their, motivation and, actually get results and not feel distance at work, right? So if you want to amp up your Japanese, just please apply from the link in the description below. I have a Google form that you can apply. Once you do that, I'll be messaging you. So anyways, guys, I hope this video helped. And if you like this video, please share it. Please like it. So like many people who are, other beginners can learn as well. It's not only you who's struggling, okay? I'm trying to make these videos for everybody who's struggling, all right? So if you liked it, please like it or share it. Just like it for now, All right. Anyways, ciao, guys. Bye bye.